Y'all know what it is, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ernest Sham then did it again. Season 4, y'all. What's that in Spanish? Cuatro? What's 4 in Spanish, Shammer?
You said it.
Oh, I asked you for confirmation, cuz. Yeah.
Dork.
So right now we in season 4, y'all. Cuatro. That's right. Y'all know when we go to another season, we go to bigger and better things. This is the interview season. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're gonna put it out there, man. If anybody that felt as though you went through a situation and you overcame that situation, be it mental health wise, depression wise, you can reach out to us and be interviewed on Sibling Ties. We not looking for the celebrities. You don't gotta be famous. You could just be a regular person like we are that went through something that can help another person go through what you're going through right now. So if you want to be interviewed, you know what I'm saying, for the Sibling Ties, then you can reach out to me. You know, y'all can hit us up in the DMs, the comments, or you can reach out to this big headed girl that I co-host with. But we're gonna get into the you know what I mean, to the who we are first. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm lost. Wow, excuse me. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Y'all got Ernest Holman, aka Mike Check, y'all.
You got Chamber Holman, aka we made it to season 4.
Yes, we made it to season 4. Listen, we not only made it to season 4, but we have surpassed the pod fade. If anybody knows anything about podcasting, pod fade is a reference that they give to people. They say that within a certain amount of episodes, 70% of people that start a podcast abandon their podcast because they don't get the results that they want. So we have surpassed that point. We are past the point of where the average podcaster will leave. Well, not just average, because it's 70%. That's above average. Where 70% of people that start a podcast will leave it. So right now we are amongst the 30% of people that continue their podcast on, and we thank y'all for that. We only continue because of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all. Thank you to this big-headed girl right here. Even though I got to dock her pay, she missed a couple episodes. Got to dock her pay. You know what I'm saying? But thankfully enough, you know what I'm saying, she assisted me and she helped me and she coached me and she got me to where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? So we letting y'all know that we ain't going nowhere. We're going to be here every Wednesday for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is the interview episode. And because it's the interview episode, I kind of wanted to speak on something about our interview. Is it interviewee? Because we're the interviewers, right?
Yeah.
So it's the interviewee. So
Yeah.
something about the interviewee. You know what I'm saying? You pay when she goes into her story, you guys pay attention to it. But I wanted to speak on the wolf in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? That friend that you have that's not really your friend, that you can't decipher how your friendship is, and they may do things that play on your mental health and or play on your depression. Actually, my little sister actually spoke on that. She spoke on situations where as far as being in a relationship and somebody putting labels on you or claiming that you're not what you claim that you are. So they'll put a label on you, or then when you label yourself and tell them, "Well, I go through this," they don't believe the label that you put on your on yourself.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like, I really, me myself, I haven't dealt with that a lot. Yeah, I know you dealt with that a couple of times. You want to speak on those situations?
No.
Huh?
No.
I mean, you don't got to speak on them like.
I mean,
Yeah, you don't gotta like name it. I'm just saying, like, say how it was within that. Like, you don't gotta speak on, like, I'm not saying like go into like, yeah, and then we was at my house. I ain't saying all that. Just speak on like how you.
So for me, I don't per se like it, because at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like, okay, so when somebody does that to me, I feel like they're putting me and them like against each other. Like they're saying like I'm down here and they're up here. And I don't like that, because I feel like everybody's equal. Everybody is the same. Like, it's just that some people deal with things different. Like, I don't know about everybody, but I know like when it comes to like death in the family, I kind of shut down. Like, so a lot of times I shut down. It's not me being weak. It's not me showing a sign of weakness. It's just that's what I do. Like that's comfort to me. But I'm learning to speak on things that are bothering me, and that's what I can honestly say has been helping. Like speaking and just talking about things, because it's better for me to let it out than keep it bottled in.
So if you have a friend, right? Like let's say you have somebody that you claim to be a friend, right? And you don't really know their intentions. How far into the friendship do you like give them the information that you do deal with depression? Or is that none of their business?
Well, lately I've been very open about um having like dealing with mental illness. I've been very open about it because it's a lot of people that are going through it that feel like they have nobody to talk to. So it's just something now that just comes out. Like I'll be talking to somebody at work and we'll be talking about it, or I'll be talking to somebody just in general and we'll just talk about mental health. I don't per se talk about what I go through, but we have conversations about mental health in a whole, like in a but okay, so I'll put it in, for instance, with my sorority sisters, it was something that I spoke of right before I crossed. So they knew coming in that I dealt with mental health. And that's when I learned that a lot of them are dealing with mental health. And I learned that some of them are advocates for mental health. So, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the group of people, or it depends on the person and how comfortable I feel around the person. And that's when I'll discover like if I'm gonna open up right away or if I'm going to take my time to open up.
Mm.
So
So
yeah.
do you think by them being advocates of mental health, right? Like why wasn't that they brought it up to y'all? Like why do you feel like you was the first one to bring it up, and then they coincided with
Um,
that after that?
because like I said,
I mean, I know everybody different, but I'm just saying, I'm just asking the question.
a lot of people don't talk about mental health. So it's not something that, you know what I mean? It's not something that like people don't walk around and be like, oh, you seen them new shoes that's out? People don't just talk about mental health like that. People don't come out and be like, oh, you heard about such and such dealing with XYZ, how can I help her? Or hey, you heard about the young lady that committed suicide. They don't talk about stuff like that, like because of mental health, like they don't talk about like stuff like that. Like we just had, what was it, mental health awareness month, and like we're in the process of it, and you barely hear anything about it. You haven't heard anything, but you hear stuff about lupus right now. You're hearing a lot about lupus, but you're not hearing a lot about mental health.
Mm. I
So
got you. I got you. So, because like right now, like kids, how kids are, kids wise, like, um, when you're a kid now, like you meet somebody two times, and you consider that person your friend, right? Like that's
mhm.
how kids are kind of like now. They don't know how to decipher between, basically an acquaintance and you building up to that friendship level.
Right.
So, like, what advice would you give somebody to say, like, let's say, what would be the signs of you having somebody that's not necessarily a friend if you tell them that you deal with that? Because you say you tell them early on. So let's say you go into a situation, you tell somebody early on that you deal with that, right?
Mhm.
So what are the signs that you think would show of a person that is trying to manipulate or play on that?
um okay, like I told you before, just recently had a situation where somebody that I was cool with in middle school contacted me, and I'm thinking it's just a regular conversation. And then she went on to tell me about what was going on in her life. And, you know, um, she asked me for money, and I straight told her, like, I don't have it. Like, I don't have it. So then she goes on to write me again and tell me how I'm a hypocrite and all this other stuff. Like, so basically, like, it's like she took her frustration out on me because I didn't give her what she wanted.
Mm,
So I felt like that, like she played on my depression, because it's like, if I don't have it to give to you, if I don't have it for myself and I don't have it to give to you, why would you get upset with me? Like, I don't understand it. So I kind of felt like she was one of those wolves in sheep clothing.
mm. So when you encounter like these wolves, right? How is it like? All right, because I'm pretty sure knowing you, like you cut them off. You're not going to continue to deal with somebody after that point. But like, how do you view them? Do you view them as like, do you view them as a wolf, or do you be like that's kind of sad of that person to have that mentality? Like, do you like feel sorry for them at a point?
Um, is I don't feel sorry for them, because at the end of the day, you've already shown me your true colors. You showed me what it really is. It's just I I know how to deal with you from a distance. Like, I'm always pray for you, but I don't think that I'll ever. It's never going to be the same. Like between us, like the conversation is not going to be the same. nothing, like nothing to be the same. But I'll pray for you on my end. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like I was just thinking that in my head because I was thinking like if I was to ever go through something like that, I might feel sorry for somebody because I'm like
Yeah.
you doing this and you putting yourself in a position to potentially lose people within your
Right.
life. You know what I'm saying? Like not just I'm not even going to just say me if it was me in that situation. It's gonna be people that you're
Right.
gonna put yourself in a position to lose because of an insecurity that you might have that you don't want to deal with. You know what I mean? Because we all deal with certain things and we deal with them different ways. So you might deal with an insecurity and you see something in me, and because you see something in me, it lets you know that you lacking in doing something yourself. So you attack me because of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
You
kind
should,
of, huh?
you should burn bridges. You
Yeah,
never.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely like that. But I wanted to, you know what I mean, just bring the because we talk to adults, kids, and everybody what around, and just have the mindset to be aware of the people that you're around. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because there is a such thing as like people that love to have people dependent on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they love to keep people in a dependent state. Like they don't want to see you win. Not necessarily they don't want to see you win, but they always want to make sure that you're behind them, so you'll need them. So
Right.
you know what I mean? It's people that deal with that, and then when they see you, surpassing them somewhat, or maybe being on an
Mhm.
equal level somewhat, that they feel threatened. So when they say when you back an animal into the corner and it's threatened, yeah, I'm saying it's going to strike. So
Right.
that's what people do. You know what I mean? We as people, like you said, like we still learning how to deal with people that deal with depression, even though depression has been here, is an emotion. You know what I mean? I think that's one thing that we don't categorize it as. It's an emotion now. Like it's
Hmm.
like happy, sad, angry, depressed. Like that's an emotion. So
Right.
you know what I mean? Like we try to dispel it and act like it's something that only few people have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm pretty sure is not a person alive that hasn't had a moment where they've been depressed over something. Because like you said, we deal with loss of
Exactly.
people, we deal with loss of friends, we deal with not getting the promotion that you might have wanted,
Right.
things not coming into fruition the way that you wanted, things not happening as fast as you wanted. So we all deal with depression, you know, on one end of the spectrum or another. We all deal with it, some kind of way, and we have to be mindful of the way that you want to be treated while you're within that state, that you should treat somebody the same way that you want to be treated while you're in that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, to everybody out there, man, because I'm not even gonna get too long. I'm not gonna be too long winded because we want to get y'all to this interview. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super hyped and super excited about it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's this young lady that's going to talk to y'all and tell y'all about her situation and how she triumphed over it. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna we're gonna ask that all the Sibling Ties family and friends. You know what I mean? She's an extension of the Sibling Ties family and friends right now. And you know what I mean? We mark this moment because she got a very, you know what I'm saying, very happy spirit. Like she's a very
Right.
happy spirited person. Like sometimes you run into somebody that deals with something, and you would think that because they dealt with that they should be down. Like they should always be, you know what I'm saying? Like they dealt with like a crazy type moment, so they should be always down. But she has a very happy spirit, you know what I'm saying? A very outgoing young lady, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say, like, I'm not gonna be surprised when I look up and I see her doing big things. I'm not gonna be surprised at all because of just the spirit that she has, you know what I'm saying? And um but like I said, everybody be wary of the friends that you have, the company that you keep,
Right.
just the interaction that you have with people all around, because it might not even have to be anybody's closest friend. It could be a boss. It could
Exactly.
be you know what I'm saying, an employee, somebody that you work with, somebody you work beside. It doesn't necessarily have to be anybody's closest friend. Anybody can play on your emotions, because if they know that you deal with something, then
Hmm.
they can play on that thing that they know that you deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard this quote, like, and it said, like, the way that the devil attacks you shows the things that you lack. You know what I'm saying? Because he's only going to attack you in the area that you lack in. You know what I
Right.
mean? So if that's like, if people always come upon you and you find yourself in situations where you're getting burned by people, maybe we need to, go back and overlook how we view the people within our circle or the people that we around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we need to stop being so friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's nothing wrong with, every now and then, just highs and buys. We don't always have to hold long conversation with everybody. We don't have to be everybody's friend because the position that we in right now is not the end position. So,
Right.
like where we at now may not be the place where we have to accumulate 100 friends at because
Mm.
we're going to another plateau. We're going to a higher level. So as we
Exactly.
get to that level, that may be the level there where we want to accumulate the multitude of friends or whatever like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Anything you wanted to say though?
No, I just can't wait till they see the interview.
You hype, cuz chill out. You like really tone it down. I'm gonna tell you right now. Tone
Yeah,
it down, okay?
I am
Uh,
hyped.
I know, no, that's what's up, though. I'm excited that you're excited. And like I said, man, Sibling Ties, friends and family, like if you out there and if you know somebody, you know what I mean, that everybody got a story to tell. That's what I told this young lady right here. Everybody got a story to tell. We just got to put you in front of the right people to tell it because everybody want to hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's billions and billions of people out here, and we all somewhat go through the same things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So your story could be the story that saves somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's life. So, you know what I mean? You never know who needs to hear you. And for that reason, I'm always going to be here and I'm always going to try to put myself in the forefront of the places, you know what I mean, to spread the awareness and be the advocate, the co-advocate, I should say, because she's the advocate, the co-advocate of the depression. So, you know what I mean? Push this thing forward, man. And you know what I'm saying? You guys can reach out to us any way that you know possible to get a hold of us to, you know what I mean, be interviewed for a spot, you know what I'm saying, to put your story out here. You know what I mean? We're not looking for nothing from nobody. We just want your story to be heard. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I didn't even ask you how your week was. How was your week, man? I'm sorry.
It was fine. It was fine. I didn't really do nothing.
No, so just like any other week. All
Look,
right.
I didn't do anything. So this week is the kids' last week of school, so they're hyped.
Wait a minute,
But
where? Down there?
in Georgia, yeah,
Dang, I'm glad I ain't in Georgia.
Friday is their last day.
Dang.
Um,
I'm glad I'm about to
but
move to, I'm about
I
to move
do
to China so they my kids can go to school all year round. They go to school all year round in China. I'm about to go to China.
stop. I do want to say my prayers go out to the families in Texas at an elementary school that got shot up. You know, I think they said a couple of students and the teacher got killed. Yeah. So my
Yeah,
prayers to that family, those families, and is I feel like that's what I'm saying. That was a mental health thing. It had to be because who in their right mind would really go to a elementary school and shoot it up? That's is something not right. Like they really need to look into this mental health thing because it's serious and it's really hurting people. So they
well,
got
I say like this. Sometimes when you look into why people act the way they act, then you have to look at yourself because sometimes some emotions are reactions.
right,
So you know what I mean. If I tell you that we have a problem right here, and you know what I mean, X amount of people deal with depression, then I got to look at why they deal with that because it could be something that I did to that stems on why you do what you do.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to shine a light on themselves for
Mm-hmm.
the reaction of why people are acting the way they are. You know what I mean? Like you said, like
Right.
definitely our prayers out to them and our prayers out to the situation down in Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
to the people down there. You know what I mean? It's like it's definitely a time of within this ironically, like you said, this mental health awareness month is
Yeah.
definitely a time of us to, you know what I'm saying, understand that it's a reality. And it's crazy. I was listening to a podcast. No need for me to throw the name out there, right? I was listening to a podcast a couple of days ago, but they were discussing mental health issues, and the hosts that were on the show was like, I don't believe in it.
Mm.
Like this is what he said. He was like, I don't believe in mental health issues. He's like, we all did the same thing. It's like my I came from a hard background too, and you don't see me over here crying and whining about my position. I got up and I got to work. And you know
Wow.
what I would say to him, like, you know what I mean? Like, because these is the reason why I listen to the podcast is these is men that, you know what I'm saying, like, I listen to and I respect because they got a different view. And sometimes we just don't know.
Right.
So I'm not gonna hold that against you for the fact of you not knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to the young man that was on the show, you know what I mean, to spread the awareness to them. You know what I mean? Because they were professional athletes.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, he was a professional he was an ex, they were ex-professional athletes, and he was on there spreading the awareness of, like, I understand what you're saying, but everybody different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's great that you know what I'm saying, didn't deal with it as severe as some do, but it's still a
Mhm.
reality. It's still a
Exactly.
reality. It's still a reality. Just we gotta understand and think about, to the extent of, if I do something and I hurt myself and you hurt yourself the same way, that
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily mean that our recovery time will be the same.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, I could recover 10 times faster than you, and I'm because we two totally different people. So just the
Exactly.
way that our bodies react different to certain things, our mind does as well.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna close this out so you guys can get to the interview of Elissa Reyes. Did I say that right, Shem?
Mhm.
Elissa Reyes, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, thank you again to you, Elissa. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, anytime you want to reach out to us, anytime you want to tell, you know what I mean, your story, or I'm gonna say like this: anytime you see me on here and you see me do something out of character or out and wrong, that could be because I'm still learning myself, being a person that don't deal with depression. I tell my sister too, if you see me doing something wrong, you know what I mean? Because she'll just block me. That's what she do. She'll block me. I don't get
Shut
I
up.
don't get I don't get a phone call for like a week or something. Like, I must have did something wrong. I'm like, I must have did something wrong. I don't know what it is. But yeah,
Uh,
like, anytime, you know what I mean, y'all see me do something wrong, like, correct me, because that's what we here for. You know what I mean? We here for those teachable moments. Like, there's no such thing as cancel culture over here. You know what I'm saying? We have corrective culture. That's what we do. If you do something wrong, we not canceling you and shunning you out and isolating you and putting you on, you know what I mean, somewhere, and you got to deal with your problems on your own. We got corrective culture. We want you to correct the issues that you're going through so that you could be a better person after that. So,
right.
if you guys see me do something wrong, if I say something wrong, I'm still growing in this thing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I'm not to the point where I cannot be corrected. So, you know what I
Right.
mean? Listen, go into the comments and tell me, like, I didn't like when you said such and such.
Mhm.
Maybe we just viewed it two different ways. Or maybe I was wrong and I need to be corrected in what I did. That's what we here for. I want to spread the awareness of it, you know what I'm saying, and spread the word, so, like, we know that it's normal, and also the information. Like, a lot of people just don't have the information to know what is. So, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But we ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer, man. We're gonna let y'all get to it. And yo, we gonna say happy birthday. Shout out to the young lady that popped up in the video too. Happy
Yeah.
birthday to you, young lady. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But thank you again. And baby sis,
Yes.
yo, next time I call you, you answer my phone calls. You hear me? Stop ducking my calls and my text messages.
At work when you called me, and I called you back when I went to lunch.
Listen, work is not more important than me. You hear me?
Whew.
When you call me, I drop everything.
No, you don't.
And I answer, what? No, don't do that to the people. Don't do
No, you,
that. When you call me, I drop everything, and I tend to you.
no, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? You are my number 13 priority.
13.
13. Yeah, I got a wife and I got kids in there too. And then I got the Xbox and
No. No.
my car,
No.
my mom. Huh?
No.
You my number 13 priority. So
No.
after I get done those 13 things,
No.
then you right there.
No. I don't do double digits.
Oh well, you can do triple then. You can be number 100.
No.
Knock you down lower. So yeah, I'm saying, I'll just find some extra things to throw in front
Nope.
of you. The laptop,
Nope.
the iPhone, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm gonna let y'all go, man, because this young lady is silly. But she must be tired. She must be tired. She had
Nope.
a long day of doing nothing, and she wants to go to bed.
Nope.
Hey, baby sis,
What?
I love you, man.
I love you too.
No, you didn't. You still got that thing right there. You gotta make sure you get that. Like, do they still got like them oxy things where you like oxy? Like, yeah, like they still got those. Want me to send you a box, though? Huh? Sham, you still there? Shammer, Shammer, you there? I think she left, y'all. I think that thing on her head, she had a head on her head, and it probably came out like, "Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here." I don't like how you talking to us. Yo, Sibling Ties, friends and family, man.
Stupid.
Huh? What'd you say?
You're stupid. You're stupid.
All right, listen. I'm gonna keep talking throughout the whole thing, because every time I go back, that don't get bigger. So it's like this. I'm gonna go back one. It's gonna be the whole thing.
I'm about to leave.
You gonna leave? You gonna block me and not text me for a week?
A week.
It's all good. I still love you. Sibling ties, friends, and family, man. You know what it is. Tell a friend, tell a friend. And we thank you again. Season 4. Yeah, I mean, we here. Knocked it out the door, man. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Yes, 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 yes. You gonna tell people bye?
See y'all. Everybody look nice on their senior proms and their junior proms this year. Y'all did it, parents.
Did the parents do it or did the kids do it?
The parents is the ones that dressed them. So
You know
the
what?
parents did a good job.
You know what? I don't want to get too long, but if it was my senior prom right now, I wish you would thank my mother for me.
I'm hanging up.
I'm gonna get on my
See you,
Snoop.
Sibling Ties
I
family.
get on my Snoop Dogg joint. Like, listen, I would like to thank myself. You hear me? We out of here, Sibling Ties family. We love y'all. Stay tuned. It's not done. The interview is next. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. You know what I mean? And you know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Elissa Reyes, she got a story to tell y'all. We out of here. Peace. Yes, Sibling Ties, friends and family. Listen, man, y'all know what it is. This is the 4th season. We super excited. You know, every time we go into another season, we reach another plateau. We do something bigger and better. And we are privileged and honored to bring you Elissa. You know what I'm saying? She has an amazing story. She has a super triumph. You know what I'm saying? She's a courageous person just to come on this platform and share her story with us. So we're going to give her the floor, allow her to tell her story, and then we'll ask your questions. Sibling Ties, friends, and family. We ask that you guys, if you have any questions for her in the comments, you can leave it for us and we can contact her. But we're going to give the floor to her and let her tell a story. So here you are, Alyssa. Thank you for sharing with us. And here you go. This is your time to tell your story.
Okay, so my name is Elissa Reyes. I am 19 years old. I am now a sophomore at Reinhardt University, going for music education. So hopefully to be a choir teacher. I have struggled with mental health, now realizing and looking back on my life since maybe 6th grade, so first part of middle school. I didn't realize that I had constant anxiety. But what really made me hit the wall was, I guess, 7th grade year. Every girl knows that 7th grade and middle school is not is not the time to, I guess, be friends with everybody. There's so much drama and so much negativity around, and I had just moved to a new school at that time from literally my being in elementary school. I just moved into a new school, and it was hard making friends. And I thought I had made a group of friends, and everything was going really well. And there was just this one girl who constantly, and now that I look back at it, just jealous of me, just jealous of how I was living life, how happy I was. And it literally came down to a solo in choir that I got and the other girl didn't. It was just the simplest thing, so childish. um this girl told me that I shouldn't be alive because I was, I guess, doing better than she was, and she handed me um something to hurt myself with, and she's like, no one would care if you were here. And at the time I was like, what is this girl talking about? But as I started to talk more about friends and everything, I started to realize that my friends have mental health issues as well, that everyone was just going through a hard time. And this one girl kept bullying me and harassing me throughout school. And it did go up to the point where I did take it with counselors, and they did absolutely nothing. Nothing. It's honestly sick to look back at it now, but it's counselors didn't take the right approach to handle this situation. But of course, throughout middle school, I tried to do what the girl told me to, because at that point my life was, it felt horrible at the time, but it was just childish things that were happening with me, and it just was really hard to go to school every day. The exact same thing would happen, come home, and I just it came to the point where I wouldn't even act like myself at home. I just shut down. I would just be in my room all the time. And I'm, at least now, I feel back, I'm getting back into the groove of how I used to be. I'm a very, I guess, outgoing person. I'm very confident now. It took me years to get that back, but I used to be very confident. And I am now, but just it was really hard trying to get back into, I guess, the swing of things. And then high school happened, and oh my gosh, high school, dear Lord. They say it gets better in high school, but some people don't mature, and some people here at college still don't mature. But
Right.
um, it was really hard trying to be an individual and succeed for myself throughout middle school and high school when people were just constantly negative towards me, and it just took a toll on my mental health to the point where I didn't want to live anymore. And thankfully I have a family that I can talk to about anything, but
Right.
for the longest time it was just like me keeping a secret to myself, because at least in Hispanic families, mental health isn't really talked about.
Mm.
Like you
Right.
can say you're sad, and then your family's like, okay, well, what are you sad about? You're a kid, there's nothing to be sad about right now, you're a child.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, okay. But I guess it was my senior year of high school. Yeah, October, my senior year of high school, I finally told my mom how I had been feeling, and my mom was out of state at the time, and I freaked her out. And wrong time to do it, but I freaked her out. Thankfully, I had family that were still in state that came to stay at the house with me, but it took so long to get help professionally. I didn't realize how much other people were struggling until I was trying to find at least a therapist to get help. It took almost a month and a half to
Mm.
find someone that would either take my insurance so I wouldn't have to pay out of pocket that much, or just new, like, people weren't taking new patients because everyone was going to a mental decline during quarantine. Like
Right.
it was really hard to find a good therapist or someone to just even talk to. At that point, I didn't care who it was. I didn't care like
Right.
what certifications they had. It was just really hard to get someone to be able to talk to like a teenager that's just going
Exactly.
through a hard time. But um yeah, no, then I got a therapist. It works. It works when you take time and put work into yourself. It really works. But
Right.
it was just middle school through high school was really hard. It's really
Mm.
hard. But
Mm.
I'm glad that you have that confidence back in yourself. Because every day, like when your mom sent me that, like I ain't gonna lie, I had tears in my eyes. I was like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
mhm,
because like we say all the time, you're better off here than in the grave. Like,
mhm,
you really would have hurt your mom if you would have did that. You get what I'm saying?
mhm,
So that's why I say, like, you're courageous. And depression, mental health, that's your superpower. You get what I'm saying? Because she told
mhm.
me about something that you went through in college and how you identified another female situation. So it's our superpower. So that's why I wanted to start this with my brother. Like, that's why I'm so big on depression, because I suffer from severe depression.
Mhm.
So it's like when I'm helping other people, I don't even worry about what I'm going through. Like,
Yep.
it makes me happy that I'm helping somebody else get through whatever they need to get through. So, I mean, my brother, he had to learn what it was because he didn't know what I was going through. Like, I didn't even know what I was going through as a kid. Like, it was just, like you said, I isolated myself, or I was always snappy and I didn't understand what was going on. So he just went to a school like a week ago and was talking to some kids, and you know what I mean? We never know what kids are going through, because like you said, you don't have a reason to be upset. You don't have a reason to be sad. Knowing that like things are happening to these kids while they're in school. Like, people are bullying them. And like we said before, now, back then it was easier for you to escape it because you can go home and you don't have your phone and you don't have this. But now, like, kids are bullying you on social media. Kids are bullying, like, it's always with the kids. So they're always constantly dealing with what they're dealing with.
Mhm.
So that's bringing me to say, I'm trying to start this big brother, big sister program. And I would love for you to be one of the people that we could pull a kid in and be like, hey, this is your big sister. Whenever you feel like you're down, text her, call her.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? She's there for
Yeah.
you. So if you would love to do that, we would love to put you in that, because that's something that I feel like that one young lady told my brother that she feels like she's going through depression, but her parents are too busy for her. So it was like you said, she needs somebody, but she don't want to go to her parents because she feels like she don't want to stop what they're doing because of something that she's going through. So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to do something different, and I don't have the credentials that I need, but I'm going to get them. But it's like a lot of people don't really care right now. They don't care if you don't have the credentials. They just need somebody to be there for them. So it's
Yeah.
like hey, I think my brother took his son to the hospital and they told him that he had to see a therapist, and they was waiting for like 5 hours to talk to a therapist through a computer. So it's like mental illness is not taken serious, and that's the problem that I see with a lot of families. Like, not even just like certain races, it's everywhere. Like, they don't take it serious, and then when people start committing suicide, and then they want to shine light on it. Don't shine light on it when I'm dying or I'm killing myself. Shine light on it when I'm going through, so that you can help me through it. So I really want to commend you for coming on the show. Like, you are a brave, beautiful young lady. Like, you are. And I want you to continue to do what you're doing, because at the end of the day, your story is going to be your testimony, and it's going to help another young lady or another young man out. You get what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to say, hey, I did this, or hey, I've been through that, because at the end of the day, the next person will be like, oh, you did? And they're going to connect to you. They're going to want to be around you, because they're like, oh, but she went through what I went through, and she's here. She's doing this. She's doing this. So I believe that I can do the same thing. You hear what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, because we definitely do applaud you, and we understand how serious it is. Even like within your story, this is why I enjoy it, because I don't deal with depression myself, but like my sister said, she does. So it's things that I find out that I can do better to help her and others that deal with it, like just how to coincide and deal with other people, because you said that the counselors didn't take it serious, and my oldest daughter actually went through a phase where she was threatening to kill herself, and we kind of like, I'm not going to say we did take it serious, we thought that she was doing it out of attention, so it actually got up to the point where we actually had to like go with her to the thing where she was like hospitalized, because I mean, at that point. But so I mean, I would like to apologize to you from for the counselors myself, because I know as adults we always make it seem as though because you're a child, your problems are not as big as our problems.
Exactly.
So, and thank you for that, because every time that I dig deep into this to inform myself, to inform others, I find the flaws that I done within that. Also, like you said, that what I mean, just because you're depressed, somebody can be like, well, it's sunny outside, it's beautiful, what are you depressed about? And just because those things are going on, that
Yeah.
doesn't change what you're going through. So I definitely applaud you. I thank you, for coming on here telling your story, because I know that your story is going to help others for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask you right now, like, how you doing mentally now, though? How do you feel now? You great? You in a good space?
Mentally, it has been challenging throughout college, especially with being that generation that had to go through Corona and being at home and at school. It was really hard to be able to do actual schoolwork for myself again. College was really hard, especially being a music major. We have so much to do, and I mean like so much to do. It was just mentally, it was draining. I got burnt out so many times. If I didn't have my two best friends at college there with me, I feel like I would have just dropped out. Like,
that's cool.
I had no inspiration to do what I had loved for the longest time. Like, I love singing. I had my first opera performance. That is a big deal to me.
Oh,
I've
wow,
always wanted to do opera since I was like a child, literally 3 years old. Always wanted to do opera. I don't know why, I don't know, but I've always wanted to do opera, and I'm checking off these little like check marks or bucket lists that I've made for myself as a kid, and it's crazy now, but mentally I feel like I'm going up. I'm reaching different levels of myself that are hard and it's just challenging. College is really challenging. People people would always be like, oh, you're gonna enjoy college, it's gonna be one of the best times of your life, and I'm over here crying in my room at 1 a.m. over the most simplest things. But mentally, college has helped a lot, and that's another thing, that college students' mental health don't it's something that's not talked about either, because we're supposed to be young adults and we're supposed to be on our own and supposed to be learning, but I don't think people realize how challenging it is, because at least before I got a job, I was living on like $2 a week. And it's hard to be able to stop yourself and say, okay, no, we don't need to go out, or we don't need to do this. And it's mentally, I've been better. Being at home, summer vacation has been treating me very well, very well. But there was a time where I was just like so close to giving up. But if I didn't have my two best friends there who are also music majors with me, who are going through the exact same thing, who I was able to talk about it with, and I also had very great professors who are very open to the topic of mental health and also suffer with some mental health issues, and who are able to talk about that with students and be able to at least for my college, I go to a private college, so it's a little more personal and individualized within our classes because it's a lot smaller. I think the smallest class I had was of 5 or 6 people.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a lot smaller and it's very one-on-one. So if you're having a bad day, your professor notices it. And professors don't know me by numbers. They know me by my first and last name. Like they know
Right.
me. They know at least the professors that I want to know. They know what I've been through. They know what I want to talk about stuff with them. Oh, that made no sense. Sorry. They know what I want to talk about with them, and they know when I'm able to socialize and when I can't and when I want to and when I don't. Like it's college. I think just being open with professors and just talking in general with people, no matter I guess what type of, if your acquaintances, if it's your best friend, if it's your mom, just being able to have that open communication with people is something that is so small but can go such a big way.
Right.
Mhm.
Mm. Yo,
But
So, question for you: how do you feel, being as though, like you said, you went through this in sixth grade? How do you feel? Because I know a young lady that's actually 10 years old, and she says she's having like thoughts of not only harming herself but harming other people. She had to be put into a mental institution, like away from her family. Like, how do you? And I say this to ask the question because I know how it feels in my head, and like, you know what I mean. Like, how do you feel like it will feel to her, because she's only 10 and she's dealing with what me and you were dealing with, and you already know
yeah.
how it is with us.
hmm it's hard to put myself in a 10-year-old shoes, especially with now. When I was 10, we didn't have technology. I think when I was 10, I just only had an iPod, and that was for
Right.
music and games on my phone.
Exactly.
It's a lot harder with technology and kids nowadays because I think I was the generation that, like, phones were starting to become a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, because there's so much that technology does to kids. And
Exactly.
that's where it all started for me, like mental health. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, just social media in itself, it's really hard to put myself in that standpoint because just generationally everything has changed by the slightest, but it makes a big difference. I could not explain what that child is going through. That's must be hard, especially at that young age. There's nothing that at least I can think of that I could have been able to do at 10 years old, because one,
Right.
at 10 years old, you don't have your own money to get yourself your own help. And
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to go up to your parents and say that you're struggling. It's really
Right.
hard,
Right.
especially at her age. She's of course going to get talked down, like, why do you have this issue? You're a
Mm-hmm.
kid. But I can't even fathom what that child is going through. I
Right.
cannot.
Yes. Oh, well, we definitely want to thank you for coming on the show. We really, really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Like, you are our first guest for season 4.
yes,
Yay. I'm very happy to be here.
yes, yes,
But
yes.
yeah, I mean, you definitely have my number. So anytime you want to talk, you can hit me up. Like,
Yeah.
so, and I'll probably do the same with you. Like, I'll text you and check on you. Like, how you doing?
Yeah.
How's school? Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm definitely going to be one of those people that's going to stay connected to you. Most definitely.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. Before you go, right? You just got one more question for you. Like this is gonna be my question. So, where do you see yourself 5 years? So that when you reach that plateau or that superstardom, I can go back and be like, I interviewed that young lady, that
Yes.
superstar right there.
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
So,
Um, let's see. I would be out of college. Oh my gosh. I would hope I'd at least be teaching somewhere. That's
that's
my
cool.
that's where I am hoping to be at. But um, I don't know. I really want to start making my own music. I've
Ah,
always
there you
had
go.
that.
That's
I've
cool.
always had that dream. I'm getting voice lessons at school. I'm becoming a better musician every day as I put work into it, and as I put work into myself as a human being. I hopefully I'm putting this out there.
Yep.
Hopefully I'll
Get
be
out there.
making my own music at
There you
this point.
go.
And 5 years, I don't care what I'm doing. If music doesn't go the right way, as long as I'm happy, I'll be
Right.
fine. As
There you
long as I'm
go.
with family, enjoying life, I think I'll be okay. But hopefully I'll get that dream of making my own music. Hopefully it's going out somewhere and I'm living the dream. But
Exactly.
yeah, no.
Well, we gonna be looking for you. We gonna be connected. We be looking
Yeah.
for you.
No
Because
doubt.
we might need somebody to get us an intro for our podcast. So we gonna be looking, okay?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
No doubt, no doubt, man. Listen, like we said, thank you for everything. Thank you for sharing your story with us, because I know it's very courageous. Because for some odd reason, mental health is not like the normal thing to talk about right now. So that's what we want to do. And you said you want to be a teacher, and listen, you had a teaching moment right now, because I learned something out of listening to your story, and I had already listened to your story before you came on, and I learned something from that. So you teaching people already. So you know what I mean? So you already are within that teaching mode. And when you get that billboard status, and I'm telling everybody that I know you and they denying it, you don't know Elissa. Listen, I know Elissa. I'm gonna show you you know where she was 5 years ago. So
Yeah.
thank you. Listen, thank you for giving us your time and
Yes.
everything and all that. And look, sibling ties, friends, and family. We got another family member, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, like it is, you know how we say, man, tell a friend to tell a friend. Ernest Sham done did it again. Thank you for everything, y'all.